Hello and welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen and today I'm doing a remake of my triple butter bars, which are very popular. I love them, my customers love them, I gotta remake them. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm using my same basic triple butter recipe, which features mango, shea, and cocoa butter are the, big part of this recipe. It's so luxurious and wonderful. And for the fragrance, I do a different fragrance each time I make this. Today, I'm going to be using Empress from Nurture Soap. This smells amazing. It really does. I know I say that about... I tend to buy fragrances I like, so they all smell amazing to me. Anyway, it does smell great. And it says that it does not cause acceleration and it will discolor to a medium tan, which is okay because I'm going to use this matte yellow oxide from Wholesale Supply Plus, and it's a beautiful golden buttery color. It's just a richer yellow. So anyway, I'm going to color the whole batch with that and then do 3 layers and add titanium dioxide to lighten up as we go. Sort of an ombre type effect. I like it, and the 3 layers signify the triple butters. For my liquid portion, I will be using milk powders today, and I'm not going to add them in the lye solution. I'm going to add them to the oils. I'm going to be using buttermilk powder and heavy cream powder because they're so wonderful. They're great for your skin, and they make such a creamy lather. So the powders will go in the oil. And we'll use tussa silk fiber, and I will put cane sugar in my lye solution before I add the lye, in my liquid before I add the lye. That's how that goes. And that is what we've got going on. So I'm going to get everything pulled together and get my hair pulled back, my safety gear on, and let's make some luxurious triple butter bars. So I've got all of my hard oils and all my butters in here, which is coconut oil and palm, and then my cocoa butter, shea butter, and mango butter are all in here, and I'm going to get these melted, and then after they're melted I'll add my liquid oils to it to help cool it back down again. So that is a lot of luscious butters in there. So I've got all my oils in here and my fragrance oil is in here, and now I'm going to add my dry additives to the oils. So I have my kale and clay, which I will do 2 tablespoons, and this scoop is 2 tablespoons of kale and clay. And I got these containers that came with that scoop at the either Dollar Tree or Dollar Store is where I got these. They were super cheap and they're just really convenient. So, and here goes my colloidal oats, and now my buttermilk powder, which is so wonderful. So this is a little teaspoon, so I'm going to do there. That's about a tablespoon or 2 of buttermilk powder, and now my heavy cream powder, which this just makes a really creamy lather, literally. It's good stuff. So another heaping teaspoon will do. Let's do 3 because this is so fine. There we go. So that's about a generous tablespoon or 2 there of the milk powders. And now I'm going to get these blended in and let it all sort of anchor in here while I wait for my lye solution to cool off. And now all the dry additives have sat in here for a few minutes and just sort of absorbed and anchored in here. I'm going to go ahead and add my matte yellow oxide from Wholesale Supply Plus. And it's just a really beautiful buttery sort of yellow. I'm going to add that to everything because then as we go up like an ombre pointy swirl, I'm going to be adding titanium dioxide to lighten it as we go up. Because again, that Empress fragrance does say that it discolors to a tan. So anyway, let's go ahead and add our yellow oxide. And I'll just add a nice rounded teaspoon and see where that gets me for the base color. And all of this is before we've even added the lye. We get all this prep work done. And I think that's beautiful. It's like a golden buttery color. So I am happy with that. I'm not going to add any more. All right, we're back and we're ready to get going here. My lye solution is cooled down, and so I have my cane sugar, sodium lactate, and tussa silk fibers are in here. And I'm going to hand stir this, and we'll just proceed from there. Because this does have all the butters, it's a little heavier on the solid oils than my normal recipe. So, you know, it can go a little faster than my normal recipe can go, so I like to proceed with caution. Just get this stirred in and get our first layer down in here. All right, I'm just going to pour a little off here. Not much, and we'll just set that off to the side for our toppers. This is pretty liquidy. I might just pop my blender in here just for a minute and give it a quick stir. Let's get our base layer poured down in here. It's been about 20 hours, and let's get this out of the mold. It got a little a little thick. That's putting it mildly. That's a pretty rustic top, but I think this is going to be wonderful. So actually, it's a little dull. I'm going to go get my steamer and let's steam the top on this and get some shine on it. This is a little handheld clothes steamer that I got on Amazon, and I'll link it below. And I just wait for it to get nice and steamy. I don't know if you can pick up the steam, but if you run it over your soap, just a little, it brings back the shine. If you have soda ash or dullness, and especially if you had anything like botanicals or glitter on top and you don't want to rinse them off, the steaming is a great way to get the shine without rinsing the top. And you certainly don't have to. It doesn't do, it's just cosmetic. This isn't helping the soap at all, so totally unnecessary. But sometimes I just like a shiny top, so that's why I do it. And there we go. I'm just going to let this sit for about an hour and dry to the touch, and then we'll get it in the log splitter. All right, it's been, you know, about a half hour and it's dry to the touch, so let's get it out of here. And see how it came out on the inside, because it got thick pretty fast. All those hard butters, and it's not my regular recipe, and I over stick blended and it went fast. But I think it's going to be great. It'll be worth it. let's get in here and see how this went. Ooh, I like the pointy swirls, but it was so thick I do have some air pocket holes, and I will show you how I fill those in when I get to shaving the sides and do the stamping. I'll show you how I fix that, so that's not a big deal. That's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. All right, I have to be honest, I wasn't expecting to get much going on the inside, but I'm very pleased. And even though the top is rustic, each individual bar I think looks pretty cool. So, and this Empress fragrance is smelling great today. Because this was so thick, I did have a few, maybe just half a dozen of these have little air pockets. So I'll show you how I fixed that. So I cut these a few hours ago, and the surface is nice and dry now, and I'm comfortable to come in with my vegetable peeler, and I go ahead and bevel the corners. And this is what I do with all of my bars. And usually I put my shavings in a shavings bucket here, but because I have a hole to fix, I'm going to save them right here. And I try to find shavings that have the correct color. So let's see, this one has the yellow. And because these were just made yesterday, this is kind of like almost like a soap dough. You can make a little soap dough plug out of it, and you just stuff it in the hole and mash it and pull your finger through. No hole. So yeah, I'll just keep my eye out as I go through these and clean them up, and then get ready to stamp. But that's how I fix the holes in those. And after it cures out, you won't see that. It'll just fit right in. You'll never even know it was there.